Tony with the body?
Yes, sir. We've made a sterile pathway to the scene, sir.
I'll have a look. Garfield, you'll take over here when I put the area car back on watch.
Yes, sir. Can't beat the outdoor life, eh, George?
Yeah, well, at least it's not raining.
Oh, give it time, mate, give it time.
You'll be taking morning press, Derek?
Yes, sir.
If necessary, you can contact me at area.
Yes.
Only if it's something horrendous. The DAC doesn't like being interrupted.
The DAC wants to talk about sectorization, does it?
Yes, that's the idea.
What are you going to tell him?
Oh, I shall report progress.
But we haven't made any progress since your last meeting.
The DAC doesn't want to hear that, Derek. If you're going to deal with the top brass, you have to learn a bit of diplomacy.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, sir.
I'll see you later.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.
The place was being renovated, would you believe? They've raised £50,000.
Where do you think the fire started?
Well, that'll have to be investigated, won't it? But all the signs are that it started over here. We've left everything in situ as best we can.
Deliberate?
Odds on. He's an old wino. Fell asleep with a fag light.
Well, since all we've got is a corpse that's only just recognisable as human, let's not get previous, shall we?
Oh, no, sir. But I mean, they do get a lot of dossers around here. One could have found his way in.
Well, it'll be treated as a suspicious death, till we know otherwise.
Whatever reservations the troops might have, sectorization is the wave of the future, Charles. We're all going to have to learn to live with it.
Well, absolutely, sir. We're all very clear about that at Sun Hill.
So, what's the latest news from your implementation team?
Well, we're evaluating our options by a process of full and frank consultation, with personnel at every level. And so far, the comeback seems very encouraging. The troops seem to appreciate the fact that we're talking to them on this one.
Very good. So long as it's understood that being consulted isn't the same as having a veto. Sectorization will happen.
Oh, yes, sir. We'll all be aboard when the time comes.
Yes, you will. Sink or swim. Another matter you ought to bear in mind for the future, Charles, borough policing.
Oh. Is that proposal firmed up now, sir?
Well, it's not engraved in tablets of stone, but it's a definite maybe. You understand the thinking?
Oh, yes, sir. With increased multi-agency involvement with the local authority, it makes more sense for the division boundary to be the same as the boroughs.
Yes, of course, where you've only got one division, you'll only need one chief superintendent.
Yes, sir.
Chance to chop some dead wood out of the senior ranks. Survival of the fittest. Law of nature. May never happen, of course, but it's an incentive to stay ahead of the game.
We live in interesting times, sir.
It's not likely to be much for me, what with the fire and the water. At least I'm going to move the body.
That'll be down to the surgeon when he gets here.
Gov, I've just been on to Amit. They're happy for us to get on with the preliminaries and keep them posted.
Well, it'll be out of our hands once another cause of death. It's not our department.
Yes, sir, I take your point. Community liaison will be a vital part of police strategy in the future, but where does that leave Sun Hill?
I want to establish a borough community liaison officer based at Sun Hill. We can bring the youth and community service and the child protection team under the one roof. And it makes perfect sense to bring the domestic violence unit onto the same premises.
Oh, I see, sir. Very radical thinking. Would I be right in assuming that basing the borough's CLO at Sun Hill will have implications in the way that the borough policing strategy would work?
Well, I make no promises, Charles. But if you can take this new CLO under your wing with minimal fuss, it'll be a sign that the management team at Sun Hill is on line for the demands of the moment.
It'll give us some headaches as far as accommodation is concerned.
You've got a recently refurbished station, Charles. I'm sure you'll manage to rise to the challenge.
Yes, sir.
Those who can't adapt are in danger of extinction. There'll be a shake-up all round. You know Mr. Cato at Barton Street?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, he's awaiting promotion to Chief Inspector, and I'm minded to move him to Sun Hill.
Sun Hill, but we've... You mean to take the community liaison officer's job, sir?
Yes, certainly. Although if you've got any other ideas for shunting senior officers about, I'll be glad to listen to them. I was wondering if Derek Conway doesn't need a change of scene.
No, sir. No, Derek's perfectly happy where he is. I don't think he'd thank us for moving him at this stage of his career. I think a newly promoted chief inspector like Cato would be ideal for the CLO's job.
Poor old devil.
Might not be old, Gov. There's no way of telling without a post-mortem.
Well, that's as old as he's going to get.
Something here.
Take a couple in situ.
Where are we supposed to put them?
Oh, we'll manage all right. Push comes to shove, we'll put the civvies in porter cabins and the new troops can have their offices.
Well, I'm glad to see you so comfortable about it, sir. Some chief superintendents might have told the DAC we had enough on our plates with police work, without housing a CLO and its shower of SOs and 9-to-5ers. Not to mention the hordes of wronged women and snotty-nosed delinquents that'll be trailing around the neck after them.
When you're in my position, Derek, you learn to take the long-term view. To consider all the implications before you react.
Is that right, sir?
By placing the new CLO here, the DAC is tipping us the wink that Sunhill is favourite to become the new divisional station for the borough. I'd be digging my own grave if I threw that back in his face.
Oh, I see. Yes, yes, of course. How very short-sighted of me. I hadn't thought of it from your point of view.
I was watching your back too, Derek. DAC was flying some kite about shunting you off somewhere. I soon knocked that one on the head.
Is that so?
Yes. Yes, I told him I needed my faithful old retainer as Chief Inspector Ops, especially with all the new blood and radical thinking that's going to be around.
May I ask, sir, what the DAC had in mind for me before you knocked it on the head?
We never got round to talking about that, but I think you realise there's no point in trying to play a new tune on an old fiddle.
According to the preliminary PM, there were no signs of violence. Death was due to asphyxiation, then the body was severely burnt. Now, the brigade reckoned that the fire was started near where we found the body, with signs of candle wax and burnt newspapers.
Wrapped himself in the newspapers to keep warm. Fell asleep with a candlelight.
Curtains. There's no sign of involvement of another party. There's no crime, so it's over to you.
Anything from the PM to help identify him?
Height, build, and so on. Now, the big surprise is he wasn't an old dosser. He was aged between 14 and 18.
Teenage runaway? Well, this'll be a gutty one.
Rather you than me.
Still, with a kid this age, there's likely to be a MISPA report.
Yeah, and here's your first clue. This is a business card for a music shop in Harlow, probably where he bought his tin whistle from. Unfortunately, the business has closed down.
Still, it gives us a place to start looking.
Good hunting.
Cheers. I never realised you fancied that sort of work.
What sort of work?
Community liaison. We've all heard you slagging it off as a total waste of space.
I never said I fancied it.
Well, the way you're talking.
No, I was just talking about Cato getting it and me getting nothing.
You're making it sound very tasty.
Yeah, well, anything's better than carrying Brownlow's bag till I drop off the perch.
So go for it.
Me? It's already fixed.
Well, it's a one-horse race at the moment, but if you let it be known you're interested, they've got to consider you. And compared to Cato, you're a Mother Teresa.
Brownlow'd never wear it.
Well, now go through him. Go round him. You must have the black on some of that area.
No comment. I think I'll just pop out, Bob, see my old mate Pete.
Mr. Binstead, is that?
The very man, yeah.
Chief Inspector, Personnel?
I do believe he is, Bob, now you mention it, yes. If Mr. Brownlow should ask, tell him I've got a meeting on one of the estates. Bit of community liaison.
This is Inspector Monroe, Metropolitan Police, Sun Hill. There's a possibility that we may have one of your MISPers brought in dead, I'm afraid. It's Timothy Prentice I'm looking at. Yes, we'll have to bring the next of kin down here. But as for them identifying the body, well, I can't see where they'd start, frankly, and they'd be best advised not to look. I'd say we'll want medical and dental records if you could chase those up. Harlow got back to me. It all checks out. The lad's still missing and he was musical. Played the flute in his school orchestra.
Next to kin?
Mother, Mrs. Prentice.
She coming on her own?
Father's decamped. They're trying to contact him.
Bit of a choker.
To say the least.
Only seems like yesterday we were on the course at Bramshill.
Yeah, years ago now, though, Derek. Another life.
Do they still do that scrubbers ball, or have they blown that out in the interests of sexual equality?
Well, I wouldn't know, as a matter of fact. So, what can I,
Of course, I was only there for the beer, but you scored, didn't you, you rascal?
Well, I don't remember a lot about the occasion, Derek.
What was the name of that woman you pulled?
I don't know. Ancient history now.
Magnolia, was it? No, that's not it.
Margarita.
Yeah, that's right. Margarita, very nice woman. Very quiet, I always thought. Seeing her scuttling around the corridors with a squeegee and plastic bucket. Just shows you, eh? Still waters. It's a good job it was me sleeping next door to you, or trying to.
So what exactly brings you, Derek?
Well, I'm a bit worried, to be perfectly frank. This business about the borough CLO at Sunhill.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's not my department, I know, but sometimes you have to think in terms of the best interests of the force as a whole.
Yes.
Cato, Barton Street. I mean, I've nothing against the man personally, but community liaison officer. Now, I'm forced to tell you, Pete, could be a tragic mistake.
Go on.
Well, your CLO these days is very much a key man, yeah?
Well, it's a very sensitive post. There's no argument about that.
That's my point. I mean, your CLO has to do the ethnics, has to do the youth, potential flashpoints in the context of an inner-city tension scenario.
That's true.
What you don't want is a man who's abrasive, overbearing, and unfamiliar with the responsibilities of command.
Indeed, but we are restricted by the availability of suitable officers.
Well, it's my view that you should have an officer who's put a bit of service in. A man who knows the ropes. A mediator.
I hear what you're saying, Derek. These are relevant criteria. So, who ought to be in the frame?
I thought it might be helpful if we had an informal chat, Philip. Since the Bush Telegraph seems to suggest that we're going to be working under the same roof together.
Sir?
Oh, do take a seat.
Yes, sir.
So, Philip, quite a challenge for you moving over to community liaison.
I'll give it my best, sir. Like any other job. Always have, always will.
Yes, well, that can't be faulted as far as it goes. But I wondered if you've got any specific ideas about how you'd approach the CLO's role.
Local council, ethnic minorities, youth.
Yes?
It's my belief, sir, with all these elements, you have to know where to draw the line.
Coffee?
Of course, you understand, Derek, I can't make any promises.
Oh, no, well, that goes without saying, Pete. Do you remember that last day at Bramshill? I had to keep the commandant talking while you got old Marguerite out by the back stairs.
But without making any promises, it's a definite maybe. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
You can identify these as your son Timothy's property, Mrs. Prentice?
Yeah.
Sit down. I'm sorry, I realise this is a terrible shock for you.
I want to see him.
I'm sure you do. I know I'd feel the same, but...
Please. I want to see him.
That'll be up to you. But do listen. We still can't be certain it's Timothy. I'm afraid you won't know by looking either. The dental and medical records should prove it one way or another, and the pathologist will get back to us as soon as it's definite.
How could he get into that state?
If it's any consolation, he wasn't killed by the fire. It was the smoke, probably in his sleep. The fire damage came after. There's no reason to think he suffered. Come and sit in my office. Have a cup of tea.
Mr. Burnside.
Mr. Cato. Gov. What's that bald-headed bastard from Barton Street doing here?
What, Cato? Well, you know he passed his board for Chief Inspector.
It's engraved on my heart.
Yeah, well, the buzz is he's coming here as Borough CLO.
Words fail me.
You got a problem with Cato?
There is a bit of needle, yes. Goes back to Gordon race time.
Yeah, I know Sunhill got one of his skippers bent.
Not before time. Not only brutal, but bent with it.
Bent Sergeant, bent Governor, eh?
I wouldn't say that for a minute, sir.
Good. Because if he is coming here, we're going to have to learn to live with him, aren't we?
And vice versa.
I've just said...
No, but look, how does that cover you, huh?
Look here, mate. Any driver with permission of the insured.
Just a minute, sir.
I was told to come here.
Yes, sir. If you like to
My
take a
name's
seat,
Prentice. It's about my son.
Mr. Prentice. Yeah, hold on.
What about this then, mate? Yeah, is it all right? Can I go?
No, it's not. Hold on. Hello, Miss Monroe? Yes, Ollie's here, sir. Yeah, I've got Mr. Prentice down at the front there, sir. Yes, I will. Yeah. Right. Will you wait for me, sir? He's on his way. Sure. Now, look, there is nothing to say that you have got the permission of the insured.
Well, look at it, mate. Look, it's the same address. It's my girlfriend.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you've got her permission, does it, right?
Mr. Prentice.
Yes.
I'm Inspector Monroe.
How do you do?
This way, please. This way.
What's happened?
This way, please. I'm afraid it's bad news. We've heard from the pathologist. The body has been identified as your son. Please, this way. Come.
Oh, sorry, Ellison.
It's all right.
Sorry, I'm fine. Have you told her?
Yes, your wife's here.
My ex-wife, actually.
In here, please, sir. There are some formalities that you'll have to go through, but if you'd like to spend some time together in private, I'm sure I can arrange a room.
Well done.
You what?
Oh. All that aggravation you gave me about custody and access. You made a bloody good job of looking after him in the end, didn't you?
He needed you so much. Why did you walk out?
Because life with you wasn't worth living. That must have been what he thought, too.
Get him out!
Get off!
Get out!
The pair of you! This is the most disgusting exhibition I've ever witnessed!
All right, Andrew, I'll deal with this.
Sir.
Sit down. And you. You're the Prentices. I'm Chief Inspector Conway. Now, I'm not into marriage guidance, and I'm not a bereavement counsellor. I am a police officer. Now, that doesn't mean I'm made out of wood, despite the rumours. Look, I understand that you're both at the end of your tethers in a situation like this, so we will forget what's just happened in here. But this is a police station. And while you're in it, you'll conduct yourself in the proper manner or face the consequences. Understood?
Don't look at me. It's her.
I wasn't going to sit here and listen to all that.
I don't know about all that, and I don't care. Slagging each other off is only avoiding the issue. You do know that, don't you?
You know Cato, Barton Street?
Yeah, bald-headed bastard.
Yeah, that's the one. He's been made up the Chief Inspector.
Yeah, son.
Well, he's coming here.
Cobblers.
No, it's gospel. Look, he's been goose-stepping around the neck this very morning.
What, you mean he's having Conway's job?
No, you prats. He is going to be the community liaison officer.
Well, he can't do any harm there, can he, Reg? It's no skin off our nose, is it, eh?
What you have to do is face up to the worst thing in the world. I can't tell you how to do that. I've never been in your position, and I'm bloody thankful. But I can put you on to people who'll try and help.
What do you say? I was that close to smacking their heads together, Bob.
Well, that was clear enough.
That's not me.
Once in a while, one gets through to you. There's no accounting for it.
I'd appreciate it if the story didn't go any further. Poor example for the troops.
The apprentices, they're ready to do the necessary paperwork.
Not going to GBH each other then, sir?
No. Well, not on our premises anyway, which is the important thing.
What did you say to him, sir?
Oh, just the usual old flannel, Andrew.
Make no difference to us, except wrong accusing a canteen with all the yakkies.
Remember Celia, do you? Half. She was a youth and community officer. Spent most of her time organising football matches.
She? Never guessed that. Cycling proficiency test, maybe.
Now, George Garfield got the wrong end of the stick. He thought Cato was coming in to take over from Conway.
What a plank. Where do you think Conway could go?
Conway will be licking the old man's boots till he pops his clogs.
And then Brownlow will have him stuffed and mounted and put in the cabinet with the trophies.
I spoke to Cato this morning.
Oh, yeah?
To be quite honest with you, I'm not sure there's anybody at home. I don't know what he's going to make of the CLO job. Just glad I haven't got him under my feet all day.
Well, you want the right man under your feet, don't you, sir?
I expect we'll have a few storms to weather while the CLO settles in, but once that's happened, it'll be business as usual.
Yeah, same old faces in the same old places.
If I have my way. I usually do. Yes. Interesting times, Derek.
Yes, interesting times, sir.
I understand you managed to do a useful bit of smoothing things over downstairs.
Apprentices just happened along at the right time, that's all, sir.
Well, it sounds like a first-rate piece of practical policing to me. Just what I'd expect from an old hand like you.
Yeah, well, I'm full of tricks, sir. Even you might be surprised.
Mr. Thompson?
That's right.
PC Smollett, Sun Hill. I understand you've had a burglary, sir.
I suppose you better come in.
I called him, Marcia. I had to.
Great. That would be your answer. Send for the old Bill.
Well, he's got to be found, hasn't he?
We'll find him all right. There's no danger of that.
Mrs. Thompson?
I didn't want them involved.
Well, what else are we meant to do?
Oh, yeah, take it out on him, why don't you?
I said we could sort it out. You agreed.
That's right. Blame me. It's all down to me.
Now, hold on.
We know who did this, you see. We've been burgled by our own son.
I see. You any idea what's been taken, sir?
Well, it was money. Marcia had some cash hidden.
How much was it, madam?
About 60 quid. And some jewellery's gone. What my mother left me when she died.
Can you describe it, sir?
Well, it was an engagement ring. Just a little diamond with a gold band in and nothing special.
It was quite a big diamond, worth about £200.
Nah, more like 40.
It's antique, Frank.
Oh, we never had it valued. I mean, it wasn't anything to put a price on.
You had a look in your room, son?
Yeah.
Well?
Well, he hasn't taken anything.
Well, that's something.
He wouldn't steal from him. He's got no argument with him, has he?
Well, not this time, anyway.
Look, he hasn't ever stolen from me.
Of course he hasn't, love. I don't know why your father can't understand. It's not either of us he's trying to get at.
Marcia.
Why don't you leave him alone? It's not his fault and it's not my bloody fault, OK?
Don't you swear at your mother!
Frank, leave it.
Mr. Thompson, if I could have some more details, please.
Sure.
Well, can you give me a description of him? His age, that sort of thing.
Well, that's him there. So it's a few years old, but he's not changed that much.
Date of birth then, please, sir?
The 16th of June, 1976.
A juvenile?
Colin Lewis Thompson, dark hair, 6 foot, probably wearing a red baseball jacket. He hangs around the parade if you're in the vicinity.
We're not. Tell him we're somewhere else.
Right, Sarge, we'll take a look. I'm sure I've lived in before. The name rings a bell.
Don't ask me. Talk to the youth and community section.
Well, doesn't it with you?
Yes, alarm bells. Can't stand juveniles.
Can I just make this absolutely clear, Mr. Thompson? You did tell Colin that he wasn't allowed in the house, wasn't allowed to take anything away.
Oh, do me a favour.
I've got to ask you, sir. After all, he is your son. He might say he's got every right to get back into his own home.
Well, he hasn't lived here for months. We took his keys off of him, changed the locks. It's not the first time, say.
You didn't think of taking out an injunction against him? Stop him coming here, I mean.
An injunction? My son?
No, fair enough.
Well, they'll have to take him in hand now, won't they? Be the full Monty, won't they?
Well, nobody wants that if they can avoid it. Why do you think he's stealing from you? Is it drugs?
Ah, of course not. He's not stupid.
Is he unhappy about something?
I don't suppose you got kids, have you?
No.
Well, think yourself lucky you haven't got mine.
Oh, here we go.
What's up to annoy someone else? What? It's mine! Now get off! Oh, you ain't going anywhere, are you? Look, I'm telling you. Get down! Oh, I'm telling you to stick it, all right? You haven't even asked us nicely yet.
All right, sir.
These two should be arrested.
Play their cards right, and they will be. Now get off.
Why?
You Colin Thompson?
You're the Queen Mother?
I said get off now. There's a good boy.
You got to answer my question.
He doesn't have to, June. I know you, didn't I, Colin? What was it last time? Shoplifting or knocking down old ladies?
What are you talking about?
We just want to talk to you. We don't want to talk to you, right?
Been home recently, Colin?
Well, is that a crime?
Whistle up behind, June.
What for?
Sierra
Yeah,
Oscar
it is a
from
crime when you
643
burgled a
receiving
place,
over.
yeah.
What?
Your mum and dad got back and found a place ransacked. You want to tell me
Yeah,
about
can
it?
we have a
do that.
van
Where
top
does some-
end of Priory
You been
Road?
drinking?
We got
No.
a lad answering your
You sure?
description.
Yeah?
On its way, June.
Go away.
I'm not.
Where were you off to?
Get off!
I'm talking to you.
Get off of me! Oi, tell him to leave me alone.
What's your name, Colin? What's your full name, son? Come on.
Oh, what's it to you, eh, Dad?
You want to be clever. You're under arrest for burglary.
Oh, yeah? You lot the pits.
You do not have to say anything.
Get out of it!
You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so. But what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Hey, come on! Get off of me!
Come on. Get up. No! Get up! You're going to be sensible now.
Oh, here we go.
Look, just calm down.
I haven't done anything!
No, I'm sure we'll hear just what you have and haven't done in a minute.
His name's Colin Thompson. He's suspected of breaking into his parents' house. Oh, yeah. I think he's been drinking.
All right, Gary. How old are you, Colin?
16.
Right, June, so that's SO5, CRO and Yaks. And can you have a word with Donna?
Sarge.
Have you got a social worker or a solicitor?
Solicitor. Mr. Kemp.
And no social worker. Right, Colin, I'll tell you what we're going to do in a minute. We're going to sit you down so you can sober up a bit and get yourself together. But in the meanwhile, let's see what you got in your pockets.
Come on.
That's it. Yeah, and the jacket, come on.
That's mine.
Doesn't suit you, mate.
It's just mine.
Leave it on the table.
It's mine.
All right. Cut it out.
It's mine.
We don't want to take this any further. That's up to us. There's nothing you can do to him without our say-so. That's the law.
You see we've had the police route? Anything more you want to know?
Nosy slags.
Can I give you a lift, Mr. Thompson?
No, well, I'll drive my own car, thanks.
Handling, taking and driving away, affray, drunk and disorderly, 2 mugging...
Burglary, robbery.
Hang on, it's a long list. 2 mugging offences and arson at his teacher's house 6 months ago. He's a sort of general-purpose hooligan, I'd say.
You're going to give us the details, eh?
Yeah, we'll do.
Cheers, June. Ron, a word.
Yes, sir.
This boy's mum and dad.
They're on their way now. Mind you, you'd have a hard job working out who wears the trousers in that family.
Wheel him in, eh? For the interview. We'll keep it in-house.
I'd say so, yeah.
Good man.
You gonna behave yourself now?
Might do.
Right then, come on. You come with me. We're gonna have a little talk. Come on.
What's the difference between this cell and a grown-up cell?
This is a detention room.
Yeah, but what's the difference?
Well, these things are a bit different.
Is that all?
Why? What, you want to be locked up in a real cell? We'll see what we can work out if you're that interested.
Wouldn't bother me.
Come on, this way, mate, come on. Sarge?
Oh, no.
Colin.
Come on here and sit down.
No way. No way.
Come on, Colin, relax, yeah?
Listen, you lock me up in one of them cells, I don't mind.
Please, Cole.
Do as your mother said.
I'm not talking to you.
Yes, you are, Colin. But just relax, yeah?
Please don't put us through this anymore, Colin.
Come on. Now, Colin, you're still under caution, all right? Come on. Interview with Colin Lewis Thompson, officers present, PCs Quinnan and Smollett, in the presence of his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. OK, Colin, I'm going to ask you a few questions, give you a formal interview in connection with the burglary at your parents' house. Do you understand?
I suppose so.
Right, now, you admit that you stayed at home when your mum and dad were away on the 8th, 9th and 10th of this month.
What of it?
We only want to get to...
But why? You lived somewhere else. You wanted to.
Hold on, Mr. Thompson.
Said your mum and dad's place wasn't good enough for you.
I'll listen to him going on.
That is enough.
Now, you've said you took the jewellery.
So?
So?
Look, I'm not interested in why. I just want you to say what you did.
Yes, then.
Right, now you say you didn't take the money.
No.
Well, £60 gone missing from the house, Colin, and you were there.
Don't know nothing about it.
Well, you sure you didn't take a bit here, a bit there, a couple of quid for a packet of fags, something to eat?
No.
Come on, you know you did.
Shut up. Shut up!
Will you please be quiet, Mr. Thompson?
The money's not important. I don't care about the money, just as long as you didn't sell the necklace and stuff. It was your grand's.
It's not what he stole, it's the fact he steals at all.
Shut up!
Don't you talk to me like that.
I talk to you how I want. Everyone else does, don't they?
I'll take you in hand, my lad. I'll take you in hand.
That's enough, Mr. Thompson. I'm going to terminate this interview, Dave. It's not going to work.
Too right, isn't? I washed my hands of you a long time ago, laddie, and I'm wasting my time now. I want him charged, you got that? I want him stopped coming anywhere near my house.
Get back!
Just leave it out. And I'm gonna burn it for you telling me what to do.
No, just calm down. Run!
Why are you waiting?
She says I don't know how to take him in hand. It isn't as if we haven't tried. I mean, you talk to him and he accepts he's done wrong, and then it starts again. Lying, hitting me, his brother. Well, not his mum. He'd never do anything to her. Do you know how much he's had off with us in 4 years? 5,000 quid's worth. Broken windows, cash going missing, whatever. What I'm saying, Sergeant, is... I didn't mean to lose my temper.
OK. It shouldn't be long before we can deal with you. Still assaulting a police officer, isn't it? Sorry.
He kept his grandmother's jewellery.
You don't believe he wanted it for himself, do you?
Well, he might have. I mean, why hold on to it for the best part of a week?
Because he couldn't sell it.
No. Think about it, right? He had it on his person, what, 3, 4 days? It might actually mean something to him.
Well, we've arrested him, haven't we? Or isn't that enough for you?
It's called crime prevention, June.
Oh, I thought it was called armchair psychology. Juveniles and domestics, Dave. You don't want to touch them with a barge pole. Hello? Mr. Banks, right. Yes, I'll hold.
Any progress? Well, someone needs to talk to the boy's mum.
Yeah, all right.
No, actually, I was thinking it was a paper hanky job.
Right, Sarge.
Cheers, Drew. Mr. Banks. This way.
Social workers, eh? Send them a mile off. Sir, would you like to step forward?
Bob.
Sir?
Spare a minute.
Yes, sir.
The Thompson boys' parents.
Yeah.
He'd taken property from them, I understand.
That's right.
And you asked them to be present at the interview.
That's right.
Bit of a slip-up, that, wasn't it?
No, sir, I thought...
You know what the rule book states? The parent or guardian of a juvenile should be the appropriate adult, unless he is suspected of involvement in the offence or is the victim. In such cases, it will be desirable for the appropriate adult to be some other person. Section C, paragraph 1, if I remember correctly.
I'm aware of what the book says, sir.
It does beg the question, Bob. If you know what it says in the book, why not apply it before Mr. Thompson assaulted Smollett?
Well, I believe the matter could be settled with the parents present. Informally, if you like.
Why?
Well, I thought that would be obvious, sir.
Did you really think a lad with his background and previous should have been allowed anywhere near his mum and dad?
May I, sir? I wanted and still want to settle the argument between the boy and the parents. Without social workers, without solicitors, without whatever. Without getting him stuck into care, without...
But social workers are qualified people, Bob. They're trained to negotiate matters like these better than we are.
He has seen off half a dozen social workers in his time.
All the more reason to tread carefully.
The boy is now nearly 17 years old. He's made 8 appearances in juvenile court in the past year. Now, if you look at any of his offences, most of them are only minor, but they won't be seen that way by the magistrate. Now, if we can manage to avoid another court appearance...
But we haven't managed that, have we? Relations with his parents haven't improved, they've got worse.
Yes, sir. I made a mistake.
Bob, I'm not trying to score points. You don't need to do it all yourself. The blokes who make the rules don't want these kids institutionalised any more than you or I do they?
No, sir.
Well, with any luck, we haven't done any lasting damage.
That lad has got a temper, hasn't he?
Oh, what's the matter?
He's just chucked all his food back at me.
Let's have a look.
I'm not eating it, and you can't make me.
My husband won't want to press charges. You let me talk to him and he'll change his mind.
Mrs. Thompson, you can't allow Colin to go on doing this to you. You've got to show him who's in control.
You don't see it, do you? He's a good lad, really. He just needs... It's his father. That's what sets him off.
You mean he's doing all this just to get back at his father?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it?
And what about the money?
What about it?
Well, it was yours, wasn't it?
Well, it's only money. Nothing personal.
Hasn't he stolen money from you before, Mrs. Thompson?
It's pin money. Just odd bits of change lying about the house, you know. Stuff you leave and forget about.
Yeah, but it soon adds up, doesn't it? I mean, it soon adds up.
Are you trying to tell me it's my fault?
No.
Yes, you are. You're saying it's me he's stealing from.
Look, I'm not
And
saying...
if you think he could have done anything to hurt me, it's just not possible.
Mrs. Thompson, a lot of youngsters go through periods like this when they're just not controllable.
I've only ever wanted the best for him.
Of course you have. But maybe the best thing right now isn't for you to take him back home. Just for the time being. If you press charges, it'll be up to someone else to decide what happens to him. What's in his best interests. And believe me, they will only have Colin's best interests at heart.
Send him to court again, you mean?
Yes. But it won't necessarily mean a custodial sentence. In fact, it probably won't.
When he was in court last time, I just couldn't look at him. I kept thinking it's our fault he's like this. We did it. We made him what he is.
It's nobody's fault, Mrs. Thompson. It's not yours, it's not your husband's. Sometimes these things just happen.
That's not what everyone else will say.
It's not up to anyone else.
Your mum and dad had to work hard for that money.
All they were going to do was tart up the place with it.
And what did you do with it? Buy a few beers, leave it up a bit, that's hardly...
Constable, what my client did with the money isn't the point at issue.
No, it's not.
How much have you taken off him in the past few months?
Don't know. Why do you think they're going to charge me with that and all?
Once again, Constable.
Mr. Kemp, this is not the first time it's happened. That's why Colin's father isn't prepared to let it drop.
Well, it's not up to him, though, is it?
No, it'll be up to the juvenile court.
If it gets that far.
And don't you think it will?
I don't mind. They can stick me up in front of the beak if they want.
You don't have to say that, Colin.
I'll say what I like.
Why did you take the jewellery? It was your grandmother's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Were you very close to her?
Hey?
Well, she used to live in your house, didn't she?
What of it? She's kicked it now, hasn't she? So I thought, why not? Might as well see what I can get for it. Must be worth at least a ton.
That's all right, we'll look after him. Mr. Thompson, sir.
Right. I'm Inspector Monroe. I'm the duty officer at this station. You understand why you're here? I don't imagine I have to tell you that assaulting a police officer is a very serious offence. You could be very heavily fined or imprisoned for what you've done. Do you admit to the offence?
Yeah.
I'd be quite at liberty to charge you with this and put you in court. However, in this case, I've decided that a formal caution will be more appropriate. That means it'll go on record and be considered by the courts if anything like this happens again. Is that understood? I take it you will accept a caution.
Yeah.
This is for you to read and sign.
Okay. Thanks.
There'll be a public gallery, won't there? Loads of people coming to gawp at us. We're not liked, you see. If my husband had a better job, we'd try and sell. It's not a very nice neighbourhood.
Well, you don't have to be in court yourself if you don't want to. Your husband can go.
It's not that. I just don't want it getting in the newspapers.
It won't, Mrs. Thompson.
Can you be sure of that?
Yes, I'm sure.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. Thompson, don't you want to wait for your husband?
Nope.
Right, Sergeant.
Are you finished with the Thompson kid?
I don't expect I'll ever be finished with him. Still, it keeps me out of mischief, doesn't it? You've got his father in as well, have you?
We just released him.
Well, his son's going to say that he was badly treated by your arresting officer. He says that he was threatened that unless he cooperated fully in the interview, he'd be put into a cell.
You don't really believe that, do you?
I don't think what I believe may have happened is of much relevance, Sergeant. You do know that what's been alleged is strictly against the Police and Criminal Evidence Act guidelines?
Yes, I do, but come on, the kid's trying it on.
I did rather wonder at the time why he was so unusually cooperative in the interview. Look, I will feel bound to raise this matter when it comes to court, and it may be pursued to a formal complaint.
All right, well, thanks for the warning. I'll tell Dave Quinlan.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Good night, Sergeant.
Yeah, cheers. I'll see you.
Quinlan stuck his neck out for that kid and all.
You've led us all a bit of a dance, haven't you? Is that why you do it?
Is what why I do it?
You want a bit of attention? You think nobody loves you? So you make a pillock of yourself and get everybody jumping up and down? Is that what it's all about?
No. I didn't ask to get arrested.
Yes, you did. You were crying out for it. But you're going to get all the attention you want and more where you're going. When are you 17?
Couple of months.
Oh. Well, you'll be up with the big boys then, won't you? Oh, you're looking forward to that, are you? Being treated like a grown-up public nuisance instead of just a juvenile one? Sharing a cell with 2 other blokes? And a bucket for a toilet that only gets emptied once a day? Or do you think they make up stories about what prison's like?
Of course not.
Have you heard of male rape? You're not too young to understand what that means, are you? Do you think that doesn't happen either? Listen, you've got a complaint to make about this place. You wait till you see what it's like in the real world.
I didn't say I had a complaint, did I?
That isn't what I heard.
Listen, if you stop trying to wind me up, you can go.
Wind you up?
Yeah, you know, coming in here giving you all these horror stories.
Listen, I don't give a toss what happens to you. As far as I'm concerned, if you get put away, it's one less body for me to worry about. Enjoy your tea.
No, it's been a quiet shift, really. Just a couple of bodies in for the night.
Bob, don't go away, Dave. I want a word with you before you book off.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, Dave. You can count on us.
I've got to apologise for this one, Stuart. I'd intended to get it off my hands before you arrived.
Luck of the draw, isn't it? You're going to be a nuisance.
Well, it hasn't exactly been a picnic. Juvenile court in the morning. All right, Colin? All right?
Yeah.
Anything you need, lad? Do you want to wash and brush up? Maybe an extra blanket, yeah? What's up, lad?
Sorry.
All right, mate.
I didn't mean it. Tell my dad.
Oh, come on. You just sit tight here. You won't come to any harm. Okay?
Thanks.
Mrs. Hemmings.
Yeah?
PC Stringer, Sunhill Police. Is your husband home?
Who is it? Police.
Mr. Hemmings, can I have a word, please? What's this about? The possible disappearance of a child, a newborn baby.
Morning, Andrew.
Suggestions for the new roster, sir?
Oh, thank you very much. Any excitement?
Oh, missing baby, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
A single mother came home from St Hugh's last week with a new baby. And they're a bit worried about the mother, and the health visitor hasn't been able to get in for the past 3 occasions. Meanwhile, a neighbour reports she's been seen around for the past few days alone with no sign of the baby.
What's the mother's story?
Well, she's changed it. First she denied she'd had a baby, then said she gave it to the father to look after. Ex-boyfriend. Data's with her while we check you out.
Well, we've got to see what turns up at the father's, but if there's no sign of the baby...
Assume murder and inform CID.
This is just unreal. So you've no idea where baby Kerry is, then?
How could I? I've never heard of it. I don't even know the mother, this...
Julie Callahan?
Yeah.
So why would she say you had it, then?
I don't know.
Perhaps your wife knows her.
She never mentioned her.
I'll ask her.
Hang about. What's she look like?
Small, slim, mousy hair, about 19.
Yeah, there was a girl like that. Used to hang around the depot about a year ago. I'm on the bus's seat, driver. She used to wait for me, even when I was on earlies. Sit there, chat me up as we're going along, you know.
So what happened then?
I told her where to get off, didn't I? I'm a married man, for Pete's sake. And I got 2 kids of my own, in case you hadn't noticed.
He's a liar then, isn't he? I did give him Kerry.
At first you said you hadn't even had a baby.
I was scared, wasn't I?
Why?
Copper at me door. I didn't know if it was allowed. Just giving her to Neil like that.
When exactly did you give it to him?
A couple of days after I come out.
Of hospital? That was the Sunday?
Yeah.
So you gave it to him on the Tuesday? Where?
Park, Whitrow Park.
What time?
I don't know. After his shift. 2:30.
The fact is, Julie, Neil denies ever having her, which means Kerry's now missing.
So we got to assume the worst. Basically, though, dead or alive, she could be anywhere. So we've only got the 2 leads, Julie and Hemmings. But that's tricky too, because neither of them have got a record. There's no body, there's no evidence of any crime yet, so any arrest at this stage would be premature.
Anyhow, Julie could have dumped the baby. And if that's the case, there's still a good chance of finding it alive.
Her name's Kerry.
8 days old.
Okay, but there's only a slim chance that she's still alive, so speed's essential. Right, June, you get down to St Hugh's, find out everything you can about Julie at the time of the birth.
Sir?
Family, friends, etc. Jim, you check out the social services, health visitors, see if there's any history.
Sir.
Norika.
Well, I've filled in a missing persons form with Julie, sir.
Now, is she still saying she gave the baby to Hemmings?
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Well, it could be.
Right, I'd like you to stay with her, Norika. Build up a rapport.
Right.
Just keep her talking, right? And I'll clear you and Jim with Mr. Monroe.
Sir.
Right, Alistair. I want you and Alan to check her place out, just in case. We can always get bodies to search the local area if necessary.
Yes, sir.
And after that, Alan, get down to the bus depot and see if you can find anybody who can put Julie and Hemmings together recently.
Sir.
Right, Tosh.
Go.
I want you to bring Hemmings in to help us with our inquiries.
Right, Julie. We'll get these details circulated right away.
Save yourself the bother. Just ask that line, get Neil Hemmings.
We will be talking to him again, but I want to ask you some questions, Julie, about Kerry and when you gave her to Neil. Before I do, I must caution you that you do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence.
Evidence? What for?
It's okay, Julie, you're not under arrest. And you don't have to stay here if you don't want to. You also have the right to a solicitor if you want one.
You think I'd done something to her, don't you?
Not necessarily. We've just got to keep an open mind.
Look, I would never hurt my baby. I loved her.
Loved?
What?
You said you loved her.
Yeah, and I still do.
Then why'd you give her to Neil? Must have been hard, handing Kerry over like that.
Mr. Paul?
Yes?
PC Ackland, Sun Hill.
Oh, yes, of course. Come in.
Thank you.
Cup of tea?
Oh, yes, I'd love one.
It was about Julie Callahan you said on the phone.
Yes, is she a friend of yours?
Oh, I know her, yes.
Only, your name was on our hospital notes as somebody to contact if there was an emergency.
You've not had an accident?
No, a baby.
Oh, of course. What flavour?
A little girl, Kerry.
Delightful. Please.
Yeah, the only trouble is, she's gone missing. Kerry, that is. Julie says that she's given her to the father. He denies it.
I suppose he would.
Why's that?
Well, from what you told me, he didn't sound the most reliable of characters. Cheating his wife, dropping Julie as soon as she became pregnant. You know, the usual sordid story.
You know her quite well, then?
Well, yes and no. She was my client for a time. I used to be a social worker. Julie was in care, violent family. We kept in touch. Oh, the tea.
Sit down, Mr. Hemmings. So, how many times did you see her altogether?
I don't know. It's more than a year ago.
What was it, once? 5? 10? 15?
What difference does it make? She never gave me the kid.
But you did know she was pregnant.
You're well out of order, mate, you know? I told you, I hardly knew her.
Just trying to get things straight in my mind.
Yeah? Look, you said I can go whenever I want, right? Well, I want to go now, okay?
I'll arrange a car.
Kerry's ID bracelet from St. Hugh's. Looks like the rest of Julie's bedsit's been cleared of any whiff of a baby.
But she couldn't quite let go completely, eh?
Yeah, well, she just overlooked it. It was stuffed into the pocket of a hold-all.
Things are not looking good for our Julie, are they? Tosh.
Despite my best efforts, Hemmings has decided to withdraw his cooperation. I've said I'll arrange for a car, if you want to stall him.
Damn. Well, I do. At least wait till Alan gets back from the depot. Norika, have another go at Julie. Get a bit heavier this time. This might oil the wheels.
So when she told you she was pregnant, you decided to help her out?
That's right. Only a few pounds to ease things along. She was so miserable about being broke, you see.
Well, how did Mrs. Poole take all this? Oh, sorry.
I didn't tell her. We parted company about 20 years ago.
Oh.
Milk?
Yes, please.
Anyway, I assure you my feelings for Julie are purely platonic. Or fatherly, I suppose. Yes, I know she's a pretty girl, but our relationship was entirely chaste, Constable Ackland. I wouldn't have lasted 25 years with social services if I'd hopped into bed with every client I'd fancied, believe me. And if you don't, You can confirm it with Julie.
Thank you. You didn't go and visit her in hospital, though?
No, I feel bad about that. Unfortunately, I was busy. I do counselling work now, privately. Marriage, families, that sort of thing. And for a bit, I just sort of lost touch. There's no excuse.
Do you think she could harm her baby?
No. No, I don't. She wanted it very much. After all, if she wanted to get rid of it earlier, she could have done so much more easily, couldn't she? Biscuit?
Thank you.
Julie, look. Here.
You've got no right to go through my stuff!
We have, actually. Look, Julie, you've got to understand, nobody's out to get you. See, the law knows women can get depressed or confused after they've had a baby. And we're very worried about Kerry, about whether she's safe. Well, you must be too. Because you're a mum. And you love her, don't you?
I never hurt her, I promise, I swear.
Sometimes, if they feel they can't cope, mothers leave their babies somewhere for someone else to find and look after. Is that what you did, Julie? Then where is she? Because you do know where she is, don't you, Julie?
Ask Neil. He said he'd take care of everything.
Message for DCI Meadows. According to depot gossip, Hemmings had a bit on his side until a few months ago. A little something he picked up en route, so to speak. He was a bit cagey about it, apparently. But a couple of them seem to remember him mentioning a Julia.
Sir, message.
Julia. Well, that's near enough, I reckon. Better cancel that car.
Look, how much longer is this going to be? I could have walked home by now.
Yeah, well, look, I'll give him another call, all right?
Neil Hemmings.
About time.
I'm Detective Chief Inspector Meadows. Mr. Hemmings, I'm arresting you on suspicion of disposing of a baby. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
So I slept with her. There's no law against that, is there?
No. But we get very annoyed with people who aren't straight with us.
Especially when a baby's life could be at risk.
Look, I told you again and again, she never gave me no baby.
And you told us again and again that you didn't have an affair with her.
But think, it don't make no sense. Why would I agree to take it? What am I supposed to do with it? Bring it home and give it to the wife? Here, darling, look after this for me.
Julie says that you told her you'd take care of everything. Your exact words.
She knew what I meant.
Which was?
Her abortion. I told her I'd pay for it.
Oh, that's big of you.
How'd you take it?
Weren't having none of it.
What did you do?
Nothing. I said if that's what she wants, and she can look after it. By herself.
What about your wife? Weren't you afraid Julie would tell her?
Just deny it. So she was lying. Like she's lying about giving me the baby.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll find her. Kerry.
Yeah. What'll happen to him?
Neil? Depends on what he's done.
Yeah, right. He should have looked after us, though, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think, Shall Neil. When Julia refused to have an abortion, you got scared you'd spill the beans to your wife. So you decided to do a deal, not to pay maintenance or anything like that. That's too expensive. It goes on forever. So you offered to take care of everything, like you said. Provided she let you have Kerry.
No.
After all, you knew she was desperate about the future. Alone, living in one room. This was her one chance to keep her conscience clear and still be free.
You got it so wrong.
And she jumped at the chance, didn't she, eh? Except for one thing. What would you do with a baby? You couldn't take her home, could you, eh? What would the wife say? Break up the family, wouldn't it? So you dumped her, didn't you?
You are sick, you know that. Really sick.
No, that's not sick, Neil. That's real life.
Oh, maybe for you, mate, but not for me. I couldn't kill a baby. I couldn't kill nothing.
I didn't say anything about killing, Neil.
It's what you meant. I just couldn't do that. I love kids. I've got 2.
I thought you got 3. Have you forgotten, Kerry?
What now?
I'll just see if an interview room's free.
Oh, not more questions.
You lying cow. You never give me that baby, and you know it, you lying bitch.
That's enough.
Go on, tell him. I ain't done nothing. Tell him!
Hey, come here.
Don't worry. I ain't gonna touch her. She ain't worth it. Dumping your own kid.
Put him back in the cell, Sergeant.
I never did!
Hello, Julie. I'm Detective Chief Inspector Meadows.
Interview of Julie Callahan, DCI Meadows and WPC data present.
Right, Julie, I'm going to ask you a few questions and I want you to be truthful with me. OK? I must warn you, you're still under caution, so anything you say may be given in evidence. You're also entitled to free legal advice. You understand? Could you say yes or no for the tape, please?
Yes.
Right, now, WPC data here has been very patient, but she tells me she's beginning to have serious doubts about your story.
You see, Julie, for a mother whose baby's missing, possibly dead, you don't seem that wound up.
And after what we've just witnessed, I tend to agree. You seem more interested in accusing the father than finding Kerry. Is that right?
He should have looked after us.
He should have done, but he didn't. Is that why you're trying to get back at him, Julie? Could you say yes or no for the tape, please?
Yes. He said he was going to leave his wife.
Did you give him Kerry?
No,
Where is she?
I don't know.
You must know. Now, she was with you when you left the hospital. She was in the bed sit with you. So what have you done with her?
I sold her.
Constable Ackland.
Could we have a word, please, Mr. Poole? Inside.
What for?
Kerry Ann Callahan. We have reason to believe you might know where she is.
What reason?
According to our information, you bought her.
They put her on me chest. There was this little face all squashed up, you know, with a flat nose and crying. I looked down and I thought, this is it. And I tried to love her, be a good mother. I just wanted to sleep mostly. I mean, I didn't hate her or nothing. She was just this problem, you know.
Whose idea was it? The adoption?
Mr. Poole. He said he knew this couple would give her a really nice home. So I thought, why not? It's more than I could do.
And you trusted him?
Yeah. He's always been very nice, helped me out. I told him I'd have to see him, make sure they was all right. But as soon as he gave them Kerry, I could tell they were going to love her.
If you wanted Kerry adopted, Julie, why didn't you just go to the social services?
Why do you think? I needed the money.
How much do they pay you?
200.
£200. It's not a lot for a human life, is it?
It is to me.
So you deny paying Julie Callahan to place Kerry for adoption?
It's a ridiculous notion.
This private counselling of yours, what's it involve?
I counsel people.
Yeah, about what?
Family life, relationships.
You're trained?
As a social worker, yes, but I've got a lot of experience in these areas.
Does your counselling ever involve advice about social services?
Well, sometimes.
How to get round the system?
How to get the most out of it.
What's on the computer, Mr. Poole?
That's confidential.
Can we see?
No.
All right. Martin Poole, I'm arresting you on suspicion of placing a child for adoption contrary to the Adoption Act of 1976. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
This is outrageous.
Yeah. Can we see what's on the computer, please? And your discs. All of them.
What'll happen to me?
You'll probably be bailed to return here in about a month. Then it depends on the CPS. You could be charged with wasting police time, offences under the Adoption Act.
Will I go to prison?
You'll probably just get a caution.
Well, Julie, you'll be pleased to know we found her.
Great.
Yeah, it's a couple in Wood Green. Someone's going to pick her up.
Can I see her?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Thanks. Only, well, I think I want her back, see?
No.
You can't take her. She's our baby.
According to our information, she's been illegally placed.
Well, that's rubbish.
Can I see the papers then, please, Mr. Mitchell?
Well, they're not here right now. They're in the bank for safekeeping.
You're only putting off the inevitable, Mr. Mitchell.
What inevitable?
How old is Susanna, Mrs. Mitchell?
8 days.
Well, you shouldn't have any papers. You can't even begin to adopt a baby less than 6 weeks old by law, in case the mother changes her mind. Didn't Martin Poole tell you that?
Didn't have to. Must know the adoption law's inside out by now, been through the hoop often enough. Too old, it seems.
How much do you pay?
2,000. Don't suppose we'll see any of that back?
No.
You've got kids, I expect.
Yes.
Let's get this over with.
Ian.
What can we do?
Mrs. Mitchell. Well, can I? Just to the police station. Thanks. Come on. Let's go for a little ride.
I don't know what I've been doing, really. I mean, she's all I've got, isn't she? Because I never had a family of my own. Not a real one. I mean, I don't even know where my mum is, if she's alive, even. I don't want that for Kerry. Too beautiful, really. Or to go into a home like me. I mean, a kid should know its parents, shouldn't it? It's real parents. I mean, I thought me and Neil and Kerry, you know, we could be a family. Just because I ain't got him don't mean I can't have her, does it? And the council's got to give us a flat now, haven't they, like you said?
Perhaps if we just fostered her. Do you think they'd let us just foster?
It's really not for me to say, Mr. Mitchell.
I mean, they can see that we've given her a good home and looked after her and everything.
Yes.
And, well, and who knows?
Face it, it's over.
Look, Mrs. Mitchell, I know how you feel.
No, you don't.
My client has decided to cooperate fully with your inquiries.
Very sensible.
To which end, he is prepared to admit the charges for which he was arrested and would like 23 other offences to be taken into consideration.
OK. We'll want a full statement, of course.
Of course.
Where did you get the names from?
Well, once you know your way around inside the system. I was only providing a service to make everyone happy.
And yourself a great deal of money.
No one ever complained, Constable Ackland.
Right. You know what in your own recognizance means. It means you have a responsibility to turn up, and if you don't, it's another offence. All right? I'll sign here, then.
Just take a seat for a moment, will you? Thank you.
Kerry,
Now, wait a minute.
she's my baby.
Josh, let her have it for a moment.
Do you miss Mummy, then?
Here's your rosters, Andrew. Very interesting. So, you found your missing baby, then?
Well, they sold it. Now she wants it back.
Fat chance.
Don't you believe it? According to social services, if she cooperates with them and sorts herself out, she can have her within a couple of months.
You're not serious.
Till then, the child will be fostered, with the mother having full access.
What? Sale or return, is it now? Life in the market.